What's the finger really worth these days?
Welcome to Good Mythical More.
We have a telephone number. If you want to call it, leave us voicemail. We might listen to it and respond to it in Good Mythical More. We're going to do that a little bit later. Jenna, tell them the number.
1-833-GMMore 1.
Yes.
That's it. Okay, before we hear those voicemails, I want to tell you a quick little story. Yesterday.
Can I start the story from my perspective?
Yes. How about
Yesterday.
you tell the story?
We were in the dressing room getting ready to shoot our show, Good Mythical Morning. And then
This very show.
I hear Rhett say, well, what? Well, you're going to have to calm down. And I was like, what? I thought maybe you were talking to me. Because
Okay.
you know how I get worked up.
A little bit.
And then I realized he was on the phone. He was on the phone because somebody was worked up. And he was saying, you don't need to be so worked up.
I didn't say that that's not the first thing I said.
First thing
I don't believe in
heard.
telling people to calm down, but I did.
You did say calm down.
Yeah,
though.
well, here's what
Maybe you need
the
to?
first thing that she said to me was, I don't know what to do. I feel like I'm going to throw up.
Oh.
She was crying and said, I don't know what to do. I feel like I'm going to throw up.
This is when you answer the phone, you're like, hey,
Yes.
and that's the first thing she said?
Yeah, yeah. And so again, this is one of those things where immediately, now first of all, she knew we were about to shoot GMM, and and like my phone is on Do Not Disturb when we shoot GMM, but she obviously, if she calls twice because she's on my favorite, she gets through.
That's sweet.
Well, it's Apple, really. It's just how Apple works. And so she got through, and and she called, and so I was like, okay, well, maybe this is serious. And when you answer the phone and someone says what she said, I don't know what to do, and I don't know what to do, and I think I might throw up. I think like, oh, somebody's been in an accident, like one of the dogs is dead. Or something like that. You know
That
what
went
I'm
through
saying?
your mind?
Yes, like you think that something bad has happened, right? Or like they ate something weird or something. Or like something happened to one of the kids, but I feel like it would be maybe a slightly different tone. I don't know.
Huh.
But that's where my mind went. And then she was like, my ring is stuck on my finger. And I'm like, and then she says, I was working out and my wedding ring bent because she's lifting the big weights.
She must be, dude.
And well, her wedding ring is the band is very thin and malleable because of whatever material it is, and so it had bent and then gotten stuck, and then she had tried to get it off, and it had gotten like stuck on her knuckle. And so I was like, hold on, like, and the fact that she had called me, it meant that obviously she had tried to get it off, and I was like, have you put like olive oil or like soap or dish soap or something? She's like, yes, I've tried all that and I can't get it off. And then she's like, I was like, well, you need to call someone that we know that lives close by, like maybe Christy. She's like, I already called Christy and she's taking Lando to work and
school.
Yeah, Lando doesn't have a job now. He's still a student. And also when I talked to her, I thought I had fixed it, but she's like, just call Christy for me. Like, she was out of her wits. So I call your wife.
Was her finger like blue?
She said, my finger is turning blue and it's swollen and I'm holding it above my head. I guess because that's what you're supposed to do. And I don't know what you're supposed to do. Maybe that's what you're supposed to do. And I think
well, that's going to put less
when
blood
she
out
said
there.
all that, that was when I was like, well, she's like, I don't know. I was like, well, you can calm down. Your finger, you're not going to lose your finger. That's not going to happen. It was that kind of calm down. And so then I called your wife, and she is in her car taking Lando to school. And I'm like, did Jessie call you about this ring situation? And she's like, yeah, she said she was fine. I was like, well, she's not fine.
They know each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, they know each other.
They actually know
they
each
have
other
each
pretty
other's
well.
numbers.
That's cool.
And so she said, well, I'm dropping Lando off and then I'll go to the house. And then in the meantime, because we were talking, I was like, I think Christy will probably figure it. Christy actually is a great problem solver in situations like this.
So you had confidence that she was going to take care of it.
In our friend group, if somebody is in it, like the time I fainted,
Yeah.
And I woke up and it was just your wife's face. I was glad it wasn't your face because it's like, I love you.
There would have been a big thing of spit hanging.
Like,
on
I
you.
love you and appreciate you, but you're like the last person's face that I want to look at in an emergency.
And vice versa.
Yeah, right. And so,
Jessie, Christy's great.
Christy's very good. Like, she could have been like a EMT or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she would have been very good at that.
She goes into problem-solving mode.
She doesn't panic.
Even if there's like blood gushing.
Yeah.
But at that point, there was like another voice
Oh, yes.
Who could it be?
out of nowhere
Wow, another voice?
that said,
Go to the fire department. They'll cut it off.
Yeah, that's what
Not
Jenna
the
said.
finger, the ring.
So this is ingenious.
Thank you.
Because what I was thinking was, okay, well, maybe Christy will be able to like put some pliers on it and like reshape it. And then
that's
take
what
it
I
off.
thought. Like, take plier. What I would have said if I was involved and I stepped way back and didn't contribute was put pliers on it and squeeze it back into roundness. That's what I would have tried to do.
But that does involve some compression, at least in one direction. So,
yeah, in the other direction.
so
But when Jenna said go to the fire department, I was like, well,
can you do that?
I don't know. I was like, I want them to try this because I just want to hear what's going to happen.
You
Right.
can just walk into a fire department. I've 100% walked into a fire department before.
Well, we know
you have.
We
and
know
you-
what you're looking
you-
for.
Listen. It was an actual. It wasn't for the firemen. It was for an actual thing.
Yeah,
David was having an allergic reaction.
Yeah, you went in there and they were very helpful. Well, let me just
Jenna's
tell
just
you.
looking for a reason to go to the fire department, right?
Any excuse. I should have been the one to take Jessie to the fire department. It
has
should have been
been-
me.
It has been completely and firmly established that Jenna wants a fireman.
Yes. Please call in
We're still looking for one.
1-833-GMMore1 for anyone who'd like to take me out from
Yeah,
a fire
if
department.
you're a firefighter, that's the only requirement.
And why is this? Because they're do-gooders, they're heroes. They got
No
their
idea.
sexy overcoats.
Well, they're usually in good shape and they are in a profession that helps people. They're obviously capable and calm in an emergency. I don't know. I mean, I just think the firefighter's the total package. So here's the thing. They went.
Probably have a dark
and
sense
then
of
the
humor.
next picture that we got was Jessie's. I don't know why she put her one finger down like this to make it look like she was missing a finger, because that's not the finger in question.
Just show it to me and we can put it
yeah.
in post.
And so you can see where her finger was on her ring finger, where the ring was on her ring finger, and it's swollen and indented.
Oh.
And then you can see the ring right there, the wedding ring, and how it has been completely cut. So yes, they walked in.
Well, this is what I heard happen, play by play
Okay.
from Christy.
All right.
Christy picks her up. They go to the fire department. The fire department that they decided to go to, they know that it's usually open in the front, and there's like firemen hanging around, fire women, fire people. But everything was closed in the front. And what they didn't want to do was start going up and beating on the door for some reason. They said they didn't want to do that. So they started driving around back. And at this point, they saw some firemen on the move. But not in like going to put out a fire on the move, but just like going back inside. So Christy was like, I need to find a place to park. Jessie, why don't you just go ahead and get out of the car and go intercept these firemen?
And Jessie is in her workout clothes because she was working out. But the T-shirt that she was wearing is that T-shirt that you may have seen gone around a couple of years ago. That's got all these pictures of me and it says Hosier on it.
She bought that off of
She
Etsy.
bought that off of like TikTok or something. She has that shirt.
So she was working out in it. Isn't that cute? But then she was, to use Christy's words, Jessie was looking a little rough.
Yeah, right.
This is what Christy said.
Christy-
she had been
yeah.
working out and she was thinking she was losing a finger. She wasn't done up or anything. And she's also wearing this like janky T-shirt of this guy who's not Hosier.
Right, yeah. Uh-huh.
Hosier? However
Yeah,
you say it.
Well, it's not Hosier, but yeah.
And then in France, I bet it is.
I hope it is.
And So I think the fireman thought that she was experiencing homelessness.
Well, Christy was a little bit, but that's fine. You can still go to the fire department if you're experiencing homelessness.
Yes, you can.
And so
Have a ring cut off.
And they cut it off.
They had a special tool.
They were like ready for it.
Because they're all EMTs. And think about it. When you're an EMT, before you can even treat somebody, you have to extricate them from whatever the heck's going on. Like cut car pieces away, cut clothing away. I mean, Hitch, you wear all of these rings. Every single finger has a ring on it. And, I mean, so I know you're listening to this. You now need to, I know you're listening because you're watching. You are point blank right here.
I heard Jenna ran into the fire department once screaming, help me, there's no ring on my finger.
They can help with that.
Wah, wah.
Whoa, Connie.
Yeah, all right. We'll let y'all handle that. We'll let y'all work that out.
Ring injuries are nothing to play with. You were talking about degloving.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Oh,
don't Google that.
Don't Google that.
Don't Google that.
But
basically when your ring gets caught on something and it takes the whole sheath of your finger.
Yeah, it's fine. We don't need to hear about that.
As if your finger was a glove.
I want to say a couple of things. Thank you to the firefighters who took care of this, and also the thing. I was thinking, even though I knew that Jenna suggested this, and even though I knew that Jenna had done something like this before, I just thought that in this world, in 2026, there was going to be this thing where the firefighters see somebody come in, and then they're worried about liability, and so they don't do anything. They're like, well, you have to go over here and sign this waiver so you don't get mad at us when we're trying to cut.
Right.
And I'm so glad that none of that BS happened, and it was a woman in need who had a little emergency, and they just did it, and there's no bill. They just send you on your way because taxpayers pay for that service. It's like, it's just like, wouldn't it be nice? Do you see how easy that could happen?
Firemen are the future.
Couldn't we also do that with maybe healthcare in general? A bright idea that like you have a need and maybe we all pay for it collectively, and then we go in and we receive it when someone's in need.
If they're putting out a fire, they can't treat you.
They're also not the doctors. We have doctors for that.
Well, I'm just trying to poke some holes in your logic.
Yeah. So I want to say thank you to the firefighters who did that. And we're going to have to figure out how to get
thanks
Jessie's
to the doctors.
ring fixed. I don't know exactly. Yeah, well, we didn't go to the doctors.
No thanks to the doctors and that whole system. I mean, how long would
really
she have been
undermining me here?
She would have been in the emergency room. It would have been a 3-hour endeavor, and how much would it cost?
It would have cost a lot, and they would have been like, well, hold on, we got to go get a firefighter. You know what I'm saying?
What else can firemen do, Jenna?
I don't know. They go up and they go down poles. They hose off things that are burning. Yep.
Wow, you're in a
Save
tizzy.
cats and trees.
You're in a tizzy. Save cat.
That is why I just got a cat, by the way. Yeah.
You're waiting for that cat to get treed?
Jenna's out there throwing her kitten in a tree.
Stay up there. Don't come down. Stay up there. Okay, you good? Okay, I'm making the call.
I mean, but they wear pants over pants. To me, that's a negative. Like, twice as much pants to take off, Jenna.
That makes it more interesting.
Love a challenge.
That makes it more interesting.
Suspenders.
Speaking of voicemails, let's hear one.
Okay.
Hey, y'all, I'm watching the episode where you had the sock putter on her thing and you couldn't figure out what it was for. And I just am wondering why on earth you did not put a sock on that loaf of bread. I mean, you definitely missed an opportunity there that the internet is needing. So please, according to some sort of rule, I'm sure it exists, you need to use that sock putter on her thing to put a sock on a loaf of bread.
Okay, so
Please, for the love of all things.
Okay, I hear you.
Thank you.
Yes. Do we have this clip?
Yes. We have a screen grab. We have a couple screen grabs of it.
Yeah,
We
so
couldn't get the clearance for the clips. Sorry. So we just grabbed
we literally put the loaf of bread inside of it as if it were a leg, and still didn't put a sock on
And
it.
then what?
I just want to
saying
say, I feel
So I-
rightfully called out.
I put a sock
You used it to put a sock
on my foot, yes.
and then I had a loaf of bread, and you put the loaf of bread in it, and we did not put a sock on the loaf of bread. And this poor guy is sitting there watching this happen and thinking, oh, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. They're going to do it. They're going to see it. They're going to figure out. I know. I believe in my boys. I believe that they're going to see the comedic opportunity to put this on the internet. And you know what? We completely miffed on this one.
Whiffed.
No, we miffed. That's worse than a whiff.
Okay, well, let's make it right.
A miff is a whiff and
Let's
a
make
miss
it right.
together.
Here you go. Here's this. Here's my socks, and here's this thing. So what I do is I take this and I put a sock over this, and then I put my foot in there.
But not anymore. You put the bread in there.
We could, but I mean, it's kind of begging for my foot to go in here.
Listen.
Don't you think? Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not a comedic opportunity.
No one was thinking that. I was leaning back, assessing the situation. And
I'm gonna
holding
break
the
it
bread.
off.
I was.
You keep it up.
I was leaning
gonna
back,
break it off.
assessing the situation, and holding the bread in the most logical position.
I'm gonna put this rope around it, and I'm gonna choke that bread.
That's why you're so violent, man. Hey,
I'm trying to teach you your lesson.
okay. I want to sock this bread.
Oh, look at that. But why? I mean, I could just sock my hand.
I'm gonna sock this bread.
All right, let's move on. Everybody wants it so bad.
Yeah.
I mean, now it's too built up.
No, listen. It's what we do with the bread once it's socked.
Okay. What?
Okay, this is for you. This is for you, man who didn't leave a name. Touch that. Touch it. Let's double sock it. Let's double sock it. Let's double sock it.
Because we don't want him calling back.
Why stop at one? This might
You
be
missed the comedic opportunity.
Yeah. We got to make sure. We got to make sure that we're seizing every single opportunity that this guy's seeing. So second sock for sure. That's one. Okay. It's in there. It's in there. Coming through. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So we're double socked.
See how comedic that was?
Okay. Wow. Look at that.
That's beautiful.
It feels so nice. It feels like a mannequin. You know what we could do?
Triple sock.
Triple socket. Okay. All right.
All right, so here. Put
And
this
I,
on there.
want to do it this time.
Yeah, you get to do it.
Yeah. You can know what it's like to hold the bread. Okay. And I'm gonna go top down. Top down. Yeah. See. First. Okay.
No.
See what you did?
First of all,
Earlier?
here's the thing. I think it's funny. I just think the main problem is you did it second. You know what I'm saying? It's
But now you're gonna put a sock on it.
It's not funny now. When I did it, it seemed unintentional, accidental, and then when you did it, it seemed like a throwback.
It's an homage.
Now you're gonna. I'm sorry, I didn't. Hold on. I gotta make sure.
All right.
Okay, all right. Okay. Well, there's only one thing left to do at this point.
Quadruple
Sock.
Yeah, because we got that.
Okay.
Here,
Do we even need this anymore?
Yeah, because we got two people. Bring it closer. Look at that. I think we've left no stock unturned.
Okay. All right. And now
I'm glad. So we kept this. Huh?
you can do anything you want to this bread, and it's going to be safe.
Except eat it.
It's gonna be safe. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all pass this around. Let everybody feel it.
Everybody gets a touch.
Everybody gets to touch the
Everybody
bread.
gets to squeeze.
Yeah.
I just got tossed the
Yeah,
bread
yeah.
sock.
How's that bread?
It's firm.
Yeah, it's great.
The Mythical Kitcheneers turned our house into a restaurant while we were out of town, and we're a little bit mad at them. Check it out now.